Yeah, but don't you fear, I mean, for instance, National Assembly has said if you're going to declare June 12 Democracy Day and change it from May 29, that you will need to come to Parliament as well. You don't fear
not
that
necessary.
As time goes on, that another administration can come back up and say, no, we don't recognize this day. This is the day that we know. This is the day that our Constitution knows of. For some legal reasons, perhaps we should go back to May 29.
Well, I would say that in actual fact, what future governments will do is entirely up to them and depends on the circumstances of the day. So we cannot really predict what could happen in future. But I would say that the declaration of a public holiday or of a democracy day is actually in the law. And the law says the minister shall do that. It did not say it will come back to the National Assembly and get an amendment to the law. And the actual day is not enshrined in the law. The power to do so is actually given to the minister to do that, and the president directs the minister to do that. So I would say that is not a serious problem. I will also suggest that if there are other aspects of the conferment of honors or names of public places, these are things the president can also do in addition, like some of us had suggested in the past, that renowned public places should be renamed after Bashir M.K. Abiola because he deserved it. And not only deserved it, all former heads of states or presidents had been given such honor. And I believe that this president will most likely undertake that responsibility as well.
There's political argument on that now. I mean, you've seen, even though yes,
there will be arguments on everything.
There's been general support for this, but you see that, you know, some people say that this is about political capital as well for the president.
There's nothing wrong with it. We are in a political environment.
And the PDP is saying, hey, we tried to do this sometime during our administration. President Jonathan tried to name a national institution, the University of Lagos, after this. And we saw the protests that came from the university itself, from lecturers and students. Yes. You know, and you're saying they should name more monuments
because the issue of naming, the issue of public support depends on the integrity of the leadership. It boils down to that. So if you undertake an action and you have the credibility and integrity and the weight of your position objectively assigned by the populace and perceived by all stakeholders, including the media and the area you want to name, if it is seen as appropriate, as deserving, and it is seen as objective, people will support it. But if it is perceived as having been somehow couched in a way that did not have consultation, I mean, a university is not a place you just go and drop a name without consultation with the council and other things. And there are procedures for naming, for giving the name of a university. It starts from the law itself. You have to go through the Senate, go through the council and other processes before you reach the visitor. It doesn't come the other way around.
So you were not scandalized that there was a protest against the renaming of the University of Lagos as at that time?
No, the procedure was wrong. That's what I'm saying. The procedure was wrong. I liked the idea, the principle was all right, but you do not name a university, change the name of a university from the top. You change it from processes that come, according to the law itself, how names of universities are changed. You have to start from the other bodies that constitute the lawmaking process for that university, or the regulation-making process of that university. And I think that's where that regime got it fairly wrong. And that's why you found the opposition. The opposition came more from alma mater students, more from academic staff and existing students as well, and former administrators of the university, which, if consultation had been undertaken, would not have arisen. So I think issue of consultation, and don't forget, President Buhari, in his letter, which he personally signed, mentioned that after due consultation. So he was conscious of that.
Were you consulted?
I didn't have to be consulted.
I'm just curious, because for a lot of Nigerians, this declaration came out of the blue.
No, the consultation...
Was it something you were expecting?
I was expecting, but I was not consulted, and I didn't have to be consulted.
So you had wind of the situation?
I didn't have wind of it because I was not in a position to have wind, but it came very nicely. Whether I had wind of it or not, I'm enjoying and happy. The point I'm making is that a president will make consultations in relevant quarters. And what are these relevant quarters in this case? The judicial quarters, the legislative quarters, the legal authorities in his government. Is this a proper thing to do? That is a consultation. He would consult former heads of states. he would consult the sitting the Chief Justice or other justices that are available to him, because he would want to avoid this sort of arguments. And I believe he did.